The phone with billionaire Carl Icahn, owner of $2 billion in CIT debt. Carl, welcome.
Okay, good talking to you again, Greg.
Thank you for joining us. I wanted to ask you, obviously, with your move today, you're trying to lure small bondholders at CIT to get them to support your battle against CIT management. What kind of a response are you getting from those small bondholders right now?
Well, right now we're getting tremendous response. Phone's been ringing off the hook by the small bondholders. Hopefully that will, be joining the crusade, so to speak.
And what kind of a threshold do you need to tap this a victory?
Well, you don't know. I mean, but the rule is sort of arcane and interesting, and very few have ever really looked at it this way. But the small bondholders' vote counts as much as the large bondholder in one area. You need 50% of those voting to stop a pre-pack.
No, one thing.
Stop a plan, and so therefore, even if you got 1,000 of 1,000 of bonds as opposed to $1 billion, your vote counts the same thing as long as you vote against the plan.
Now, one thing that strikes me, you're offering small bondholders a 30-day tender offer, okay, at a 60% par value. Now, if you're so confident in your plan, some critics will say, why not offer at least 70 cents on the dollar? Which is really the minimum that CIT management is offering.
Well, no, let's get it straight. They're not offering 70 cents at all. They're saying that they'll give you a 70-cent note. God knows what. We don't know what that note will sell for. What I'm saying to you is the great risk in their plan is that you still have them, and you have them pretty loose, and they can do what they want with our assets. So over a period of time, they lost $2.8 billion in 08. Who knows how much they'll lose and what they're going to do.
So you're offering that you're arguing that their so-called 70 cents on the dollar offer really is not as good or as solid as it looks.
Absolutely not as solid. I'm very nervous about their pre-pack and what they're doing in that pre-pack. What I say is that this company's got great value, and I agree with them on one thing. You run off most of the assets. It's got great value, but they're out there scaring the hell out of everybody. They're out there telling people that if you liquidated this company and you went into a bankruptcy, the traditional kind of bankruptcy, or they call it a free fall, if you do that, they're saying, hey, this thing will only be worth 6. Complete total nonsense, complete scare tactics. So I'm saying to the smaller bondholder, don't be scared. You can keep your position if you want. I will guarantee you, though, 60 cents. So let's go into the bankruptcy, and you got 30 days to make up your mind.
Carl, my colleague Julie Hyman wanted to ask you a few questions.
Well, I know you also have the deadline of just 2 days from now that's looming, where CIT's offer is on the table. Carl,
well, they're not making an offer. Let's get it straight. They're saying, vote for our pre-pack. That keeps us in power. That gives us all these releases for all our past misdeeds, and hopefully it's going to work. Well, but they're not offering any money.
Regardless, you do have a finite amount of time here. So my question to you is, you're making this hard sellout here. How confident are you that your side is going to win in this? What have you been hearing from folks?
Well, we've gotten the phones ringing off the hook. We've gotten a lot of people calling, and hopefully we're going to win. But they have to vote. They have to vote right away to take advantage of our offer. And I will say that if they have any questions, to call Vincent and Treary at 212-702-4328.
This is not a telephone.
I know, but I just wanted to get it in.
You know what I mean? Hey, look, Carl.
I'm talking to you. What the heck? We're talking here. I got to get my little thing in there.
Mark Crumpton, my colleague, wanted to ask.
Mr. Icahn, if you win, what's going to happen to management?
Well, you see, I think there is some good management and depth of the company. The top management, I want to make mention, the top management, the top 5-6 guys got $20 million in 2008, while this company managed to lose $2.8 billion. Jeff Beat got $5.4 million. Plus, they have perks, airplanes, cars.
Carl, what you're saying? So you would throw out the top 2 or 3 guys? Is that what you're saying?
You got to remember something. This is not like a proxy fight, Greg. In other words, this doesn't mean if we win this goes into a normal, traditional bankruptcy where they got to work out a plan, and the company still does, but it's under the auspices of a judge at least. But so the company can't go crazy. But you still got to work out a plan. It doesn't mean in any way I'm taking this company over. It simply means that it's going to go through a plan of reorganization. But at least you're going to have a judge to watch over the fox in the hen house, so to speak.
Carl, what is your recourse if indeed there is a prepackaged bankruptcy? What do you do then?
If they do get the prepackaged bankruptcy?
Right.
Hey, it's a good question. I mean, I'm hoping they don't. And if they do, well, first of all, we believe that there's a number of things that we can go to court on. We're going to do an inquiry on a bunch of questionable transactions we feel have taken place. One thing we're going to do is this financing that's going on now. We're going to do this anyway. We're going to move into court to try to stop that, or to try to say it's a fraudulent conveyance.
Carl, you've already got $2 billion on the line, and that's a larger position.
$2 billion face amount. I want to just
that's right, face amount.
I didn't pay $2 billion.
Face amount, right? But certainly, if you have a bankruptcy instead of the plan you're talking about, you could take substantial losses.
Look, I think the assets of this company are very good assets, and I think on the near term, there could be a lot of problems if this pre-pack goes through. Hey, but that's what I do, Greg. I mean, I look for things that I think of value. I think, in paying 60, I'm obviously out there paying 60. I'm obviously taking some risk, but I do think it's worth the risk-reward ratio. And I think that the pre-pack, if it's done, hopefully will be in court and stopping some of the things that they're doing. And through these inquiries that we're going to make and whatever.
Mr. Icahn, under your deal, brokers and financial advisors are also going to make out. What's up for them?
Well, we're paying them $5 per thousand if indeed somebody uses a broker, because it's such short term, and the brokers are going to help to administer it and help to get it done. We're doing that. It's sort of interesting though that right now they're doing a financing where they're paying out $150 million of not their money, of the bondholders' money, on the other side of the coin here. But, this is my money, and I'm paying it because I really want to work hard to stop it, and I'd like to see the small bondholder finally stand up, which I think they want to do against what I call this establishment, this internecine establishment in the bankruptcy process today.
Carl, you have said that CIT here, it's a buying vote issue, but you were just saying that because you're putting up your money, that there's nothing wrong with that, as opposed to the company putting up its own money. Is that the distinction you're drawing?
I'm not here to opine. I think it's reprehensible what they're doing. They're taking the shareholders, the bondholders' money, and using it to buy votes. And they say, well, we have a right to do that. But now they're saying, but I don't have a right to use my own money to guarantee a poor bondholder, a poor small bondholder, who they scared the bejesus out of. And they said, but you got no right to do that. We scared the hell out of them, and they better vote for us. If they don't vote for us, we're going to kill them.
Carl, we got to go. I hope we can come back and talk to you in a few days after this is resolved. Thank you very much for your time, Carl. Hope to talk to you again soon.